Caillou Shop here today to talk to you about grazing muzzles. We have a few different kinds of grazing muzzles here at the store, and I want to talk a little bit today about fitting your muzzles. Some different reasons that you might put a muzzle on a horse. Well, if they're founder prone, if they are overweight, if they are a horse with a metabolic syndrome, these are all reasons you might be suggested by your vet to use a muzzle. So this one here is a traditional basket type with a hole on the bottom. If I was going to fit this to good old Marvin here, take care of his weight problem, well, we can see this is obviously too small, right? You need to be able to fit the muzzle over your horse's head, or their nose, their muzzle. Okay, so we're going to put that one down. Here's another style that's been rather popular. It's called an easy breathe. It's got bigger holes cut out for your horse's nostrils, and then it's got a slot in the bottom. An important thing also when you're doing a grazing muzzle, you need to make sure that it's breakaway. So this is all Velcro to keep this connected, so that if your horse did get entangled in something, they can get it off. So here we can see this fits over his nose. Now, while I'm sizing this on him, I can see I probably need a little more play on the outside. A lot of these are really, really adjustable, and they've got straps and different things you can do to adjust it so that your horse keeps the muzzle on and it doesn't rub, because horses can be really creative with the ways that they get things off. So we can take the breakaway part again. If you have one that you put on a traditional halter, you also need to make sure that's a breakaway halter also. Got a little twist here. Turn that. Turn this so you make sure it's not twisted or anything like that. You want to make sure you've got an inch on the bottom here. You got to have a little play with these muzzles so that they can actually get it around and actually get some grass in there and grass in the hole. This one maybe, he's kind of got a funny shaped head, so his muzzle's particularly small. He might need in between that smaller muzzle and this larger one, so I want about an inch all the way around, so that he can't get his nose out of it, but it's not going to rub and it's going to move around. So that's the Easy Breathe muzzle. I'm going to take that off of him. We'll set that one down. A really cool new muzzle that we have now is called the Green Guard, and it's more of a basket shape. It gives your horse a lot more room around in their muzzle. It's a rigid muzzle. It goes on a halter with these straps. You can see that I have a breakaway halter. I have a leather crown on this one, so that once again, if my horse is wearing this, they don't we lessen the risk of having a really bad accident because they got their muzzle stuck on something and the halter wouldn't break. So now looking at this one, once again, I want an inch on the bottom. I want the front to lay flat on their nose, and I want to make sure I have enough room in the back so they don't rub their chin. This muzzle is technically a little bit small for him. He doesn't maybe have quite enough room here, so when he's opening and closing his mouth, he may rub it. Now, some horses with these still get rubs. You can always take electrical tape or something like that to keep it from rubbing. So I think I've got it about an inch, and then you can put all the straps together, making sure that the bottom of the basket, when its head is down, is perpendicular to the ground. These are kind of cool. I have somebody who has one, and they're really, really happy with it. If you have a horse that's kind of a Houdini with these and really tries to get their head out of any of these muzzles, really, you can use zip ties and stuff like that to help close things up. Once you see where they're getting their nose out, you can also make these straps more rigid and wrap them with some electrical tape or some vet wrap so that it keeps the muzzle from bending and then contorting it and getting their face out, like for example like that. So hopefully that gave you guys some good suggestions on how to fit your muzzles if you have a horse that needs one. And if you have any questions or comments or any other tips on fitting muzzles, feel free to put it in the comments. All right, thanks.